Hi, Taurus. This is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing well. This is the weekly reading for May 31st through June 6th, 2021. And I must say that this has been an interesting week. Last summer in late June, I found this adorable kitten. It was about 2.5 weeks old, and I ended up bottle feeding him. And his siblings, actually. I got them all. I kept him. His name was Hermes, and I adored him. He was a beautiful orange cat. And then he wasn't. What happened is Hermes was a great hunter. And he's also very loving, sweet, a whole bunch of things, but he was a very good hunter. And at least 3 or 4 days a week, he was bringing me a snake that he killed. That bothered me. And then he'd kill bugs and spiders and things. That bothered me. But then earlier this week, I'm sitting on my coffee, first thing in the morning, I'm sitting on my couch, not sitting on my coffee, sitting on my couch, drinking my first cup of coffee, going, I love coffee. So good to be awake. And I hear something come through the dog door along with squawk, squawk, squawk. And Hermes is carrying a bird, a live bird. So I fight him over the bird. I eventually win, but I have to lock him and all his cat brothers and sisters up in the back bedroom. And the bird flies around the house. It gets in my hot water heater closet. I don't know what happened to the bird. I left the door open most of the day. And one time I heard the wings of the bird in my living room, but I never did see him again after I went to work for a while. My hope is that he got away and he's not dead in my house and going to get gross. But that meant I had to get rid of Hermes. And I love the cat. I found him a good home. I really did. The people adore him. They had been wanting an orange cat, so it's amazing. It was just perfect. It was meant to be. But that doesn't mean I'm not extremely sad. Okay, so the first card we get is the Page of Cups. Now, this card is about travel, and it's also about communication. So, see, he's looking out in the world. He's seeing the bigger picture. But he needs to work on his communication. Whenever I see the Page of Wands, I feel like something's not being communicated. Also, this is a Four of Cups, which is generally what I think of as the spoiled card, because he's being offered something and he doesn't want it. He doesn't want this either. He wants something different. But in this case, I think that it says that you need to look over everything. You need to think about it and evaluate it. And that doesn't mean, and it also might mean that you're being a little spoiled, but it also means that you need to adjust, to think about it. Furthermore, you are being overburdened and overworked. And he's working extra hard to do work that could be way easier. Because if he just pushed them all together, they'd be better. Last summer, when I was putting in my garden, I had these stakes. And if I let them all fall apart like that, they were hard as I'll get out to move. But if I put them all together in a tight little pile, it was easier. So sometimes the overburdening is by choice. But that doesn't mean it's healthy for us. It just means it's by choice. Another thing that goes with the Page of Wands is this Queen of Wands. There's lots of wands here. And this is telling me, with the Queen of Wands, that a lot of social activity, friends, entertaining, there's things going on like this beyond the scenes. And so as you're doing these things, you need to stop and make sure that what you're doing is what you need to be doing. Also, there's something new, like friendships, partnerships, working together with someone on a project. And I think, and that goes with this, they were like this. And so that tells me that before you jump in on a partnership, you need to make sure that this is a partnership you really want. And finally, we get the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about watching your ships come in, seeing the fruits of your labor. It's kind of like you put in a garden. You've got to put in the garden and then wait for it to grow. Well, this is the growing stage. We're waiting for it to grow, but it's coming together. You are getting to a place where you need to be. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I'm actually pulling from a couple decks tonight. And it says, Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Honestly, I do think I have. I'm beginning to. I have studied to be an Akashic Records reader. I'm now certified. I'm taking the advanced certification this month. And I am planning on applying for the Teacher Akashic Records course. So wish me luck, because I've got to apply. But that's it. What is your highest calling? What do you need to be a warrior for? Okay, now I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle of the Unicorns. And that card is Polarity. Integrate your inner child. Integrate your shadow side. Do that work. Sometimes that is through the Akashic Records. Sometimes it's through dreams. Sometimes it's through plant medicine. It's whatever it takes for you to integrate yourself. Namaste, y'all. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text to 405-512-9400. I do Akashic Records readings, tarot readings, and Reiki and Energy Healing. And of course, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.